Have you ever wondered about the history of DeLorean? Few cars in automotive history have become cultural icons quite like the DeLorean DMC-12. With its gull-wing doors, brushed stainless steel body, and a starring role as a time machine in Back to the Future, the DeLorean transcended the showroom to become a symbol of futuristic cool. But the story behind this legendary car is as wild and unpredictable as anything Doc Brown could have cooked up. From its visionary creator to the scandal that nearly destroyed it, and its resurrection as a beloved collector's item, the DeLorean's history is a mix of genius, hubris, and cinematic magic. Welcome to History Wonder. The story begins not in the car, but with the man whose name it bears, John Zachary DeLorean. Born in Detroit in 1925, DeLorean was a brilliant engineer with a magnetic personality and flair for the dramatic. Rising quickly through the ranks at General Motors, he helped design the Pontiac GTO, widely credited with launching the muscle car era. By the early 1970s, DeLorean was a rising star at GM and tipped to become its future president. But the corporate culture didn't mesh with his bold ideas and flashy lifestyle. He was a man who dated celebrities, wore sideburns, and drove Ferraris. Hardly the typical auto executive. In 1973, he shocked the business world by resigning from GM to strike out on his own. His vision? To build a new kind of sports car, one that was safe, stylish, fuel-efficient, and built to last. Thus, the DeLorean Motor Company, or DMC, was born. DeLorean's new car would be unlike anything on the market. He envisioned a vehicle that could rival Porsche and Ferrari, but with American innovation and ethics behind it. The result was the DMC-12, a low-slung, wedge-shaped two-seater designed by Italian design legend Giorgio Gregorio. Its most striking feature was the unpainted, brushed stainless steel body, which gave it a space-age look and was virtually rust-proof. Then there was the gull-wing doors, which swung upward like the wings of a bird, a design choice that would become the car's trademark. Power came from a 2.85-liter V6 engine developed jointly by Peugeot, Renault, and Volvo, the so-called PRV engine. It wasn't particularly fast. 0 to 60 took around 10 seconds, but that didn't matter. This car was all about presence, not performance. DeLorean hyped it as the future of driving. The company's slogan, "Live the Dream," encapsulated the bold promise behind the machine. Building a new car from scratch requires more than a dream. It needs money and a factory. DeLorean found both in an unlikely place, Northern Ireland. Then, deep in the conflict known as the Troubles, the British government, desperate to boost the local economy and reduce sectarian violence, offered DeLorean over $100 million in grants and loans to build his plant near Belfast. The factory opened in 1981 and employed over 2,500 people. Despite political tensions, it was a rare point of unity, with Catholics and Protestants working side by side on a car that represented hope and progress. Production of the DMC-12 began in early 1981, but almost immediately there were issues. Quality control was spotty. Early models had technical problems, and delays in getting the cars to American dealerships caused frustration. Worse, the U.S. was entering a recession, and gas-guzzling sports cars weren't selling well. By 1982, the DeLorean Motor Company was in deep financial trouble. Sales were slow, the company was hemorrhaging money, and creditors were closing in. Then came the bombshell. John DeLorean was arrested in an FBI sting operation for attempting to traffic $24 million worth of cocaine. The government alleged that DeLorean was trying to finance the struggling company through drug money. The story made international headlines. It seemed like the ultimate fall from grace for the charismatic auto executive. But in a dramatic courtroom twist, DeLorean was acquitted in 1984. His defense team argued he had been entrapped by the FBI. While he was legally cleared, the damage to his reputation and to his company was irreversible. By late 1982, the DeLorean Motor Company declared bankruptcy. Fewer than 9,000 DMC-12s had been produced. The dream was over. Just when it seemed the DeLorean was destined for obscurity, Hollywood gave it a second life. In 1985, Robert Zemeckis' Back to the Future hit theaters and changed everything. In the film, Doc Brown, played by Christopher Lloyd, turns a DeLorean into a time machine powered by plutonium and a flux capacitor. The moment the car hit 88 miles per hour and vanished in a blaze of lightning, it was immortalized. The film's massive success and its two sequels turned the DeLorean into a cult object. Its futuristic design was suddenly cool again, and its troubled past gave it an air of mystery and romance. Kids who never even heard of John DeLorean now dreamed of owning the car that could travel through time. Thanks to Back to the Future, interest in the DeLorean exploded. Owners' clubs sprang up across the world, and collectors began buying and restoring old models. The fact that only around 9,000 were ever made gave it an exclusive allure. In the decades since, the DeLorean has become one of the most recognizable cars in the world. It appears at Comic-Cons, fan conventions, and auto shows. Celebrities like Elon Musk and Joe Rogan own one. And of course, countless replicas have been built to resemble the time machine from the movie, complete with a flux capacitor. Even more impressive is how a company that folded in less than 2 years left such a lasting mark on pop culture. The story didn't end with bankruptcy and nostalgia. In 1995, a mechanic named Stephen Wine bought the rights to the DeLorean name and the remaining parts inventory. He opened a new DeLorean motor company in Humble, Texas, offering repairs, restorations, and even building new DMC-12s from original parts. More recently, there have been efforts to bring the DeLorean into the 21st century. In 2022, a new company, DeLorean Motors Reimagined, unveiled the DeLorean Alpha 5, an electric sports car inspired by the original DMC-12's styling, but updated with modern tech and performance. It boasts a projected 0 to 60 time of under 3 seconds and a range of over 300 miles. While the Alpha 5 is still in development and production targets have shifted, the announcement alone proved one thing: the DeLorean name still sparks excitement and imagination. So, what is the legacy of the DeLorean? It's more than just a quirky car from the 80s. It's a symbol of ambition, creativity, and rebellion against the status quo. It's the story of a man who dared to dream big, failed spectacularly, but whose creation captured the world's imagination in ways he could never have predicted. For all its flaws, mediocre performance, corporal scandal, and production woes, the DeLorean remains a symbol of what happens when art, industry, and culture collide. It's a reminder that even the shortest chapters in history can leave the longest shadows, and sometimes failure can be the start of something timeless. So the next time you see those gull-wing doors lift skyward, remember, you're not just looking at a car, you're looking at a legacy built on stainless steel, fueled by dreams, and powered by 1.21 gigawatts of imagination. Or a gigawatt, however you say it. Anyway, thanks for watching. What topics in history have you wondered about? Comment below and let us know what videos you would like to see. And be sure to like and subscribe.